Today is Tuesday, June 24th, 2025, and I'm in Effingham, Illinois at the Effingham Performance Center, the EPC. And normally we'd be here for a concert or some other type of entertainment, but today we're here for a totally different kind of entertainment. We're here for the Hemmings Great Race 2025. It's a 2,300-mile road rally, and it features 120 plus antique and classic collectible cars. It's not who's the fastest, but it's whoever gets to the checkpoints closest to the arrival time. They set a time for them to arrive there. If they get there earlier or later than that, they add minutes or seconds to their time, and overall, the one with the lowest time wins. And the grand prize is $50,000. This race goes over 9 days. There's a $160,000 purse overall. And so today is day 4. They started on Saturday, the 21st, and Effingham is one of their stops. They're stopping here officially at 11, and everything is getting set up here, waiting for the cars, and they're going to be here for a scheduled promoted lunch stop. They're going to be here for, I think, maybe 3 hours, then they're going to head on their way. So we're going to see a lot of classic cars rolling in here pretty soon. And they're all at least 50 years old. Nothing after 1974 is allowed. Over here it looks like the check-in area. There's a check-in tent. The banner says, "Welcome to Effingham." You can follow the Great Race at facebook.com/Great Race Rally. This race is sponsored by Coker Tire. So there's going to be a lot going on here pretty soon. There's an empty parking lot now. Over here are a lot of cars are parked waiting for this to start. It's 10:33 right now. They've got a taco truck set up here. There's also a truck here serving snow cones and more. Somebody's grilling over there, and they don't get their final instructions till about 30 minutes before they start on each day. They're not allowed to use GPS to find their way, or computers, phones, anything like that. They have to do their own navigation to get here. So all the participant cars will come in this way, and they'll park anywhere in here. So they'll probably need all these spaces. But when they do get here, we're allowed to walk around and see them. It's a very friendly event. It's about 10 till 11, so we're still waiting. More people have shown up. They have a souvenir tent, different things you can buy. Great Race merch. Smart people in the shade over there. They've got the entryway opened up now. They moved the cones. They've got some music going. It's 6 minutes till.
Check, check. Mic check.
Mic check done. 1 minute now. Cybertruck's trying to get parked and get out of the way.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for the lunch stop in Effingham for the 2025 Great Race, presented by Coker Tire Company. Myself, Jason White, and my friend Scott Culp are going to introduce these cars as we come in here. But before we get going, I've got a couple of friends to talk to here. City Commissioner Larry Meisenheimer. Where you at, Larry? Come on out here. Thank you for having us here. Thank you for bringing the sunshine out. Thank you for leaving the heat on all night long. No, I'm kidding with you, Larry. It's a tremendous honor we get to bring these old cars representing all these sponsor companies all across America to towns just like yours. We appreciate everything you've done for us today. You guys are going to see a pretty neat show as about 120 competitive classic cars pull in here and get a quick lunch. So, Larry, if you wouldn't mind, introduce us to your hometown crowd.
Effingham is the crossroads of America. Every year we have 16 million cars come through our community. On behalf of the mayor and the city council and our 12,000 residents, welcome to Effingham.
Welcome to Effingham. If you wouldn't mind, hand that mic to Executive Director of Tourism, Jody Talley.
Hello. Thank you, guys. We're so glad that you're here. And on behalf of Visit Effingham, I am excited to welcome everybody to the Effingham Performance Center today for the 2025 Great Race. This coast-to-coast rally spans over 2,300 miles, features 120 of the world's finest antique automobiles, and today Effingham gets a front row seat. We're proud to be one of your 17 stops for the lunch stop, and it's a real treat to see these spectacular cars and meet the teams behind them. So thanks for being here and helping us give these drivers and navigators a warm Effingham welcome. Enjoy the race, the cars, and we hope everyone stays cool and has fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. Okay, so I'm going to hand this microphone off here. If you can hear my voice, if you're in the sound of my voice, we have our nation's colors at half-mast over here in front of the Performance Center. I'd like to introduce the Effingham Performance Center High School Theater Camp Choir here is going to present our national anthem.
Okay, can you see by the dawn through the light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Oh, say does that Star Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job, guys. Scott and I are blessed to be able to travel the country every summer. Since 1983, this event's been going on, the last 2 weeks of June. So this is a pretty cool event representing several companies that are committed to keeping these old cars on the road. So you're in for a real treat today. That was just the beginning.
We don't know how many officially started. They start out different times from the hotels, different hotels before they get out onto the race course, which is about 40, 50 miles out into the country. So we don't actually get to watch them rally. We just see the results of it. If they make it into lunch, that's a big, huge step for them for the day. We hope to see them all come in here. They have to stop here for lunch. They are on a time crunch. They have a time that they have to start rallying. That is another probably 20, 30 miles outside of town in the country that they'll be heading out of here after lunch. So what we like to tell everybody is you can sit here and listen to Jason and I all day long if you're obliged. We absolutely do not expect you to do that. If you want to see the cars, brave the sunshine, come on out here. When they come in, if you want to see one of these cars or all of the cars, come out, look at the cars. They're going to be going into the Effingham Performance Center to eat lunch, go to the restroom, then they're going to come out literally in a hot second and get back in the car. About 30, 40 minutes into the first car being here, they're going to be heading back out. So at that point, we're going to have cars coming in, cars going out at the same time. All we ask is that you watch your toes, be cautious of the fact that they are on a time crunch. They are going to be trying to get into the parking lot and get back out on time and get back to their rallying. We will end today's portion of the event in Owensboro tonight. Welcome to Effingham. The first team of the day, Jeff City, Missouri crew here, father and son, Ethel Racing. They are experts in this sport of time, speed, endurance rallying. Very unusual body, this produce body by York, which went on to be a casket producing company. Back in 1934, there were very few of these bodies built for these trucks. This is one of three known to still exist today. Very unique opportunity.
Here you can see some of the stickers that all of them will have.
Unfortunately, it is raging hot, so please
Definitely sticker them up.
Her sister did this for years, went out and won it all, and Jenna decided she couldn't come this year. She's got a business to run back home in Newnan, Georgia, so DJ, Olivia's brand new husband, jumped in there. So far, so good. He gives us a thumbs up every afternoon. That's a 1932 Ford 5-window coupe. Daughter and son-in-law of the longtime great racer Beth Gentry. She'll be along here pretty soon, we hope. 118 in a 1969 Oldsmobile Cutlass convertible. Rich Hamilton out of Tacoma, Washington. Kyle Skinner from Tacoma. They're in their third year great racing. Some corporate sponsors of our team of the great race. Samuel Smith Old Brewery is what they're representing. Rich is actually the director of Samuel Smith, and the president there in the navigator seat is Kyle Skinner. That's a 69 Olds Cutlass convertible. They drove that car from Tacoma, and they're here today. 1964 truck, an F-100 coming through the gate here. Father and son team, Ben and Carl Bankston out of Marietta, Georgia. This truck painted, and Grandpa had this truck back in the day, worked with road construction, had heavy equipment paint laying around, and the truck still wears the Caterpillar yellow to this day.
Team 100 behind them in a 1960 Alfa Romeo Giulietto Veloci Sprint. Jamie Nonnen from Falmouth, Maine is driving. Kevin Gross from Boylston, Massachusetts is navigating. Team Throttle is their name. Awesome little 60 Alfa Romeo car. This is one of our favorite cars to watch come in here, the Stars and Stripes theme. 1932 Ford Speedster. Buddy Green out of Wilmington, North Carolina is driving it. His navigator, Trevor Stahl, out of Bluffton, South Carolina. Grand Champion Division, part of the Stahl's Motors and Music Experience up there. And super awesome car. Love seeing them roll in here. Several posters that they've been on for the great race over the years.
Yeah, they're a rolling poster flying our nation's colors. This whole parking lot will be full of cars, by the way.
This team's plumb crazy. Team 54, Dave and Liz Wallace out of Round Hill, Virginia. Husband and wife team, 1970 Dodge Challenger A66 in the Sportsman Division. They are sponsored by Wheel Antiques, by the way.
Behind the little A66, here's the competitor from the late 1960s, a 1968 Camaro Super Sport. Ken Kiley out of Canyon Lake, Texas. His navigator, Mike Roberts from San Antonio, Texas. Little Super Sport 4-speed Camaro here, one of my favorite cars in the race. Kiley and Roberts, welcome to Effingham Performance Center. They'll be coming on in here and get their spot of lunch, be refreshed, and back out on the rally course probably within the hour.
And once the racers get here, they step inside for a quick lunch. Also, it's good to be inside for a while. It's really hot out there. Cohen just got handed a card from one of the racers. What is that? 1932 Ford Coupe. That's cool. What's on the back side of it?
The drivers.
Drivers, yeah. Awesome. They're really putting in the work today in this weather.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly any of them would have air conditioning, would
I'm
they?
just dying. I've only been here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. They take really good care of the race participants. Make sure they're hydrated and have something to eat. There's several cars here by now. There's some that I wished I'd had when I was a teenager. That SS Camaro would have been one of them. And this is one that you see on some of the posters and promotional materials for the great race. Look at all the stickers. Some of the sponsors for the race. Each car has a driver and a navigator. And I'm sure that's a precision clock to keep time. Decorated in the stars and stripes. And you can walk right up to the cars and look inside. Get a close look at everything. This is the Alfa Romeo. They pop the hoods on a lot of them and let you take a look at the engine. Some of these interiors are just immaculate. They have some speed and time charts. And some of them have their cards right on the hood, so you can just take one.
I'm just gonna go check. I'm just gonna go look at other cars.
Let's go look for some more. And the race takes different routes from year to year. This is a map of one of the other ones. And this Packard has cards on his windshield, underneath the windshield wipers, so they're just there for the taking. And here's this year's map. St. Paul, Minnesota, Rochester, Waterloo, Iowa, Moline, Illinois, Pontiac, Illinois, Springfield, and then Effingham. From here, it's on to Frankfort, Kentucky, Ashland, Charleston, West Virginia, Lewisburg, West Virginia, Roanoke, Galax, Virginia, Mooresville, North Carolina, and Lake Murray, South Carolina. This is an old race car, Elko. Wow. They had to ride in the open air like that in this hot heat today. This one has a big claw on the side. This is Maine, the place to live, work, play, and stay. Very cool. This is a Ford. Definitely representing Maine on this vehicle. And it tells the driver, crew chief, navigator, driver, driver, driver. So they have 3 different drivers that can take over this car. Wow. Yeah, I guess their air conditioning is just having no roof, no doors hardly.
I guess. One more time.
And this car has a nice feature in back, a water holder spare tire. And we've got one leaving already. Get back on the road. It's about 11:45. Oh, and just got another one from that Corvette.
And here they are. They're still racing, still running along. We absolutely love to hear the stories.
Got several. Yeah. That's a nice Corvette.
It really is. You know, it's a competition, right? There's some prize money at stake, but nobody leaves anybody behind.
This is just one of the bystanders' cars. Wow.
He lives about 4 miles from
Winner, Rome to Paris race, 1927. Very cool. Yeah, that one could actually be in the race. It's a little after 1 o'clock now. There's still several people here to watch and see the cars come in. Of course, some cars are leaving. They come and go through this whole event.
Thank you all the spectators for coming and checking out the cars. On behalf of the Great Race Coker Tire, Hemmings, Jenny, Jason White, and I, thank you all for everything you've done. So thank you for all our first responders and all of the veterans and military that have made this possible. Thank you all for coming out, and God bless America.
That is their farewell and sign off officially. Cars are still here. There's drivers still getting their lunch. They had the last call for lunch. You'll see just about anything here. This is an Aston Martin. An old style James Bond car. This is one you don't see hardly ever anywhere. A Citroën, French made car. C'est la vie rally team. It's an adventure. Corvette. This is an MG. I had an MG midget at one time. So many different kinds of cars out here. Another Corvette. And there's some of them leaving. Beautiful. It's a nice car.
Thank you.
Very nice. This must be a lot of fun.
It's fun. It's frustrating at the same time. Seriously.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I did a road rally once with a friend of mine years ago in the St. Louis area. We did terrible. But it was a fun experience, something we had never done before at the time. Dual carbs and a cutout on the hood for the carbs. This guy's getting revved up and ready to go. A Mustang. Have a good race. Porsche. It's a Porsche SC. And look at this one. Wow. Looks like a wood body. That has the race map on it. Wow. Some lobsters up there. And they're representing Maine too. That's a nice Ford. I think my dad would have loved to have been out here and seen some of these cars. It's an Impala SS. Really nice Mustang here. Convertible. Got the dice hanging from the rearview mirror. Classic. Very cool. Beautiful engine here. 454 turbojet, 450 horsepower. Gosh, I'd love to ride in this thing, a Chevelle SS. Another one of those cars I wanted when I was a teenager. Got their headsets on so they can communicate with each other. Sure, it gets kind of noisy in those cars out on the road. There they go. this was a great event. The cars were great, the drivers were great. Hemmings and Coker, their groups, they did a great job setting it up and putting it on. The EPC was great at hosting it, and it was just a fun time. Great to see all these old classic cars and these drivers actually using them out on the road in a rally. So best of luck to the drivers, and we'll try to find out later on who the winner was this year, and who won the $50,000 first prize. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and drive safe. Looks like they're about ready to fly away.